I met Alex and Ryder through Craigslist, and they explained the project to me and I loved it. I thought it was amazing. So it was pretty much from that point I was like, okay, I'm joining. We're in this to win it. So
I actually met them through Siarrah, because Siarrah said that she was interning with a film duo, and it was very interesting, just the way they were dealing with Canadian identity, and I was really interested in film, and I guess as being an immigrant, well, I was actually, sorry, I was an immigrant. Just going through that whole process of learning about what Canada is like, just through textbooks, it doesn't feel real, and through this prospect of the Canadian Freelance Project, searching for what the real Canadian identity is really sparked something in me, and that was the interest.
I would love to define Canada from real Canadians versus, you know, when you watch the media, see anything in the media, it's usually based upon what other people assume Canada is, and even like real Canadians, what they believe just based on their own environment. And there's so much more to Canada. It's such a huge, vast country. So I would just love to hear what real Canadians have to say about themselves and about their country.
Yeah, and it's just taking a really qualitative approach to what people think, and it's not even really just hearing what they have to say, but capturing what they really think is the true essence of Canada, or wherever they are, I think is what makes it so special, because anything visual is, I think it's so universal rather than really having people talk about their experiences.
Not quite yet. I hope to after this project's completed. Along the way I'll be watching all your guys' videos and stuff, and hopefully I'll have a better answer after. As of right now, I think that the main thing about Canada is we're defined by our people, and I think our people have something generally in common, and that's that I think we at heart have socialist values. I think that we all kind of want the same thing, like great health care, great education, equality for all. I think that the only thing kind of preventing that would be the government. But I think that at the heart of Canada, our people, we're kind of at the same spot with that. That's what I think. So.
I think it's the same with what Alex and Ryder and I guess Siarrah want. I just want like peace of mind is really what Canadian identity is, because I'm so cynical in I guess really trying to figure out what identity is, if it's even there. So just this whole project, this whole prospect, I think is so interesting, and just to see what other people come up with would be really helpful. It's really big.
I would say our equality and freedom. So a lot of people use freedom and equality as a base for their own countries, but I don't think that's necessarily the case. I mean, we look at Canada and there's so many more equal rights for us, I believe, you know, and I think that so many people use the term that, you know, freedom that they have in their own country, and yet they vote on rights that shouldn't be voted on, you know, and that's what I think Canada kind of has. I mean, there's still little problems that we have, but I think we're on a much better track than a lot of other countries.
Living here half my life, previously I lived like 10 years of my life in the Philippines, and then 10 years here now. It's so different, it's so liberating here, it's so much more free, like what Siarrah said, there's a lot of equality, which I think is great. And also, I just think it's so diverse. I haven't seen like this many mixes of like people and races and religion. I just think it's so unique, and it makes it, that's what makes us Canadian, is the differences, and that we can all manage to get along together, and it's a cultural mosaic rather than a melting pot. We're forced to be nice because of the stereotype.
I'm extremely privileged. Like, I know I'm privileged, and I think, you know, to not everyone's eyes I would be privileged. I guess there's a lot of things you consider, like I'm not white completely, so and technically because I'm a woman and I'm young, there's a lot of things that people would kind of use as discrimination. But I feel privileged. You know, I'm lucky enough to have health care, and I've had a great education and a roof over my head and food, a great family, friends, you know, and I think that that's like, I think if I lived in another place there could be problems that would oppose that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.